Hi boys and girls, we're going to read chapter 7 of our Whodunit book. I'm just going to review real quick what we've already learned in this book. We have Jerry and Maya who have, here's Jerry and Maya who have an investigation little club. And then we have Mr. Mohammed Carrot who owns a jewelry store and he's missing diamonds. Somebody keeps stealing his diamonds. And then we have his employees, Vivian Leander, Danny Braveheart, and Luke Smith. These are all the people who work in his store, and he suspects that one of these three is stealing the diamonds. So Jerry and Maya set up inside and outside to try to figure out who's done it. So we learned about last chapter, we learned that Jerry was inside the church tower spying down, and that Maya was trying to get some information on the inside, looking around the shop. She noticed that there was a missing apple. She noticed that Vivian was spending a lot of time with an elderly customer, that Danny Braveheart was hiding something in his desk drawer, that Luke Smith lost an apple, which seemed very strange to her. So now we're on to chapter 7, which is called A Snack and a Solution. On the way down from Luke Smith's room, Maya bumped into Danny Braveheart, and he dropped what he was carrying. Betting slips and gambling tickets fell like confetti and scattered down the stairs. Danny hastily gathered all of the fallen paperwork and cast a worried look down the stairs. Aha, thought Maya. That's what he was doing when I interrupted him earlier. He was sitting at his desk gambling instead of polishing the jewelry like he was supposed to. And now he's afraid that Mohammed Carrot will catch him. See all those gambling tickets that had fallen everywhere? Look where you're going, you clumsy fool, barked Danny Braveheart before disappearing into his room. Maya quickly excused herself and continued down the stairs. Jerry came down from the church tower. In the church, he ran into Roland Sussman, the man with 3 S's. Did you spot any birds? Asked the caretaker. No luck today, replied Jerry, shaking his head. He said goodbye and walked across the street. Jerry and Maya had arranged to meet at the cafe next to the jeweler's. There, they each ordered apple juice and a granola bar. They took a seat in the corner of the cafe where they could talk without being overheard. It had been a long, difficult day, and it wasn't over yet. It was time for the 2 detectives to discuss what they had each seen and heard that day. They sat in the cafe for an hour, talking and comparing notes. Jerry saw a lot that Maya couldn't have, and Maya filled him in on what she heard while she was working in the store. The 2 of them put together what they knew, and the clues fit together like the pieces of a puzzle. The waitress was surprised when she checked on the 2 children. They had barely touched their food. After a while, Jerry and Maya nodded at each other with satisfaction and got up from the table. All the pieces were in place, and they knew who their thief was. Jerry and Maya entered the jewelry store and walked toward Mohammed Carrot's office. They knocked, but nobody answered. Strange, where could he be? Carefully, Maya nudged the door. It wasn't locked, so Maya gently pushed it open. Inside, they found Mohammed Carrot lying on his back on the round sofa. He wasn't moving. Was he dead? Jerry and Maya rushed over. Thankfully, he wasn't dead. He was breathing, but he was lying completely still, staring blankly ahead. He must be in shock, thought Jerry. The 2 detectives saw tears running down Mr. Carrot's cheeks. They dripped to the floor where his earlier tears had already begun to form a little puddle. There they are. There he is. I wonder what he's crying about. Today, a 7th diamond was stolen, he sniffled. It's over. I'll have to sell my beloved store. Not so fast, Mr. Carrot, said Maya. We think we know who has stolen your diamonds. In a flash, Mohammed Carrot sat up on the sofa. his eyes wide. And that's it for chapter 7. So it looks like Maya and Jerry know who their thief is. Do you have a guess? I'm curious to see who's going to be right. We'll find out because next chapter is our last chapter. See you then.